Hey, back with another Vinyl Finds. Some really good stuff this time. Some total grails. Um, my favorite local record, there's four local record stores, four in town, and that I go to. And my favorite one has been closed the past month because the owner has been in Japan. So, because of that, I've been buying quite a lot online instead of in person. But that meant I bought a couple things that I've really been wanting that I haven't had the opportunity to find in person that I just wouldn't ever see in person. So, anyway, first one is not a grail. But it is cool. It was really cheap at a thrift store, and I like these kind of records. This is Drums of Bora Bora. This is kind of an exotica lounge record, cocktail party kind of record, which, I think that kind of stuff's just really fun. But the thing that really interested me about this, it's at a thrift store, is really cheap, is it's a Pan Am record, or it's sponsored by the Pan Am airline. I think old airline stuff's real interesting. I have some old Pan Am swizzle sticks and stuff like that, cocktail sticks. So anyway, I just thought this was cool. It's, like I said, it's from the thrift store, super cheap, great condition. It's never been played, it looks like. Cover's a little banged up in a few places, but I just thought it was cool. So yeah. This next one is a complete total grail. Term grail is kind of subjective. To me, it's not necessarily something rare. It's just something I've wanted for quite a while. And this is definitely a grail. I rediscovered one of their songs recently and got really into it, and it made me check on eBay. And I'm really happy to have a copy. Radio Birdman, Living Eyes. This is their second album. It was recorded in 78 and I think released in 82. Before this, all I had was this Radio Appears on CD and the Sub Pop comp that they put out, the best of Radio Birdman. But I didn't have any of the stuff on vinyl, so I was really happy to find this. This was pretty cheap on eBay, and it was in good condition, and I got it, and I realized when I opened it up and logged it on Discogs, this is a bootleg release, which you can tell because normal releases have a custom inner sleeve, which this one doesn't, but you have this kind of Mexican folk art, and the background on here is normally white on official releases. So, but it sounds good. I don't notice poor audio quality at all. I mean, I'm not an audiophile or anything, but there's a Radio Birdman documentary that I watched recently that's really good called Descent into Maelstrom, I think it's called, which is a song off Radio Appears. So if you haven't seen that, you should check that out. But this is a great album. It has More Fun, which is one of my favorites. Now, the song that got me wanting to buy this record is 455 SD, which is amazing. It's so good. I-94 is great. Burn My Eyes, amazing. Crying Sun, I love. Alone in the End Zone. This is just a really great album. I think I saw someone show them recently. Was it, I don't know. Someone on here showed Radio Appears not too long ago, and that's an expensive record. Their stuff is crazy hard to find other than that Sub Pop comp. Part of this band I really appreciate is the organ player, Pip Hoyle. The organ, a lot of these songs are, as with a lot of Australian punk, early Australian punk is very Stooges-y, but there's electric organ on a lot of these songs, and it really adds to it. I'll put a needle drop on a couple of these songs if I remember. This is just such a good album. So yeah, Radio Birdman. This next one was also a really big grail for me. If you remember a couple vinyl finds back, I think I ordered a Resident single. And from the same seller, I also ordered a Devo single. And they couldn't find it, and they were very apologetic, and they refunded. But they said if they found it, they were going to send it for free. And they found it. This is a 1978 press on Stiff. Or I guess it's on Boogie Boy Records, but it's distributed by Stiff. It's that nice label. It's got this cool gatefold with some Devo imagery, and you got a picture of Boogie Boy on the back. And I didn't realize it. I thought Jocko Homo on this was the same as the version on Devo Hardcore, but it's actually different. It has slightly different lyrics. I think there's a little kind of bridge part that has some lyrics that aren't on any other version, but I think the version of Mongoloid on here is the same as the Hardcore. Maybe someone who knows more about that can tell me, but yeah, this is a great single, and I'm really happy to have it. It has that nice little Stiff label in the bottom corner. So yeah. The next one, I've been looking for stuff by this artist, and it's really hard to find. He's one of those guys where he was commercial enough where I don't feel like I should have to get a reissue. I feel like I should be able to find an original, and that's Gary Newman. This is I Assassin, 1982 on Atco. I also picked up Dance, but I'm not going to show that because I did not like Dance. I did not think that was a very good album. And this was even a little boring, but some of the songs are good. I think for Gary Newman, I really prefer his earlier work, the first two Two-Way Army albums, and then that Plan album before Two-Way Army had synths, and then Pleasure Principle and Telecon. And then after that, I think I'm good on Gary Newman. But this is a decent record. White Boys and Heroes is good. War Songs is good. Title track is pretty good. It's very like synth funk, if that makes sense. So anyway, yeah, Gary Newman. I wasn't super impressed with this album. This next one was definitely a grail, and I had their first two albums on CD, but I didn't have any of their stuff on vinyl. And they're getting kind of expensive on vinyl because of a certain TV show, which you may or may not be familiar with. But that's Date with Elvis by the Cramps. This album is so good. I like it more than Psychedelic Jungle and Songs the Lord Taught Us. This is early European press on Big Beat. And every song on it is just really great. I like side one more, personally. But side two does have my favorite song on the album, which is, how do I say that exactly? Kiss My Ass, which is a really pretty song, but it's really funny too. It has Lux and Ivy on vocals, and their voices sound really good with each other. But Can Your Pussy Do the Dog is great. What else is on here? How Far Can Too Far Go? Hot Pearl Snatch. People Ain't Good, which has a children's chorus on it, which is a little weird. What's Inside a Girl? Yeah, I do prefer side one, but Kiss My Ass is just an amazing song. I think that might be my favorite Cramps song now, to be honest with you. So yeah, just happy to have some of their stuff on vinyl, because that Wednesday show is really making it. I mean, Cramps records were already hard to find locally. I didn't have anything, and that Wednesday show, after they played Goo Goo Muck, it's just really difficult. They're going up in price, and that was the same price as a reissue. And I just thought, well, I should just get that if it's an original. So anyway, the next one is The Damned live in Shepperton, 1980. This also from online, from eBay. Has this cool little sticker, made in England. It mainly focuses on songs off the first album and Machine Gun Etiquette. But you have Love Song, Second Time Around, which is basically just Machine Gun Etiquette with different lyrics. I Just Can't Be Happy Today, Melody Lee, Help, Neat, 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 Looking at You. Looking at You, isn't that an MC5 cover? I think that's the weakest song on Machine Gun Etiquette. Anyway, Smash It Up, Parts 1 and 2, New Rose, and then you end with Plan 9, Channel 7. But this is an original on Big Beat, has that nice Damned custom label. It also says recorded live at a special gig played for members of the Damned fan club at Shepperton 1980, which is cool. I don't think this was released until 82. So anyway, yeah, the Damned. And the next one is now the second ever record I've ordered on Discogs, and that's the Pagans. This is from 77 to 79. I think this is a lot better than the Pink album, which is this release. This has all my favorite Pagan songs. It has Street Where Nobody Lives, I Juvenile, Eyes of Satan, Not Now, No Way, which is great. Boy Can I Dance Good. They do a cover of Heart of Stone, and then they do a cover of I Can't Explain, which is really good. Yeah, this is just an amazing. I mean, the cover is kind of sucky, but it's a great late 70s punk album. They're very Dead Boys-y in sound. The singer kind of reminds me a little bit of Fred Cole from Dead Moon, but they're from Cleveland, I believe. It has a lot of liner notes. It goes into detail about every song. The only thing that I wish would have been different is it doesn't go in chronological order. It goes 1970, a song from 78, 78, 79, 78, 79, 78, 78, 79, 78. And then side 2 starts out with the only song on the album from 77. It's like, why can't you just go 77, 78, 79? Do you know what I'm saying? Like in complete chronological order. Anyway, this is the second thing I've ever bought off Discogs, and it was worth it. This is just an awesome, awesome album. There's so many good punk bands from Ohio. I mean, obviously, Devo and the Dead Boys, but you have Bizarros, which are awesome. Rubber City Rebels. I think there's one of those Punk 45 comps on Punk in Ohio, which has Pagans on it, which you should check out. I think Electric Eel, are the Electric Eels from Ohio? I really like that So Agitated song. That's really good. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So anyway, this is a great album. So that's it. I hope to have another video soon. There's been a thread going around of bands you have most of in your collection. I might do one of those. So anyway, thanks for watching.
Nylons drive me crazy. Blue jeans drive me mad. Some girls don't know what they're missing. Some don't know what they've had. I hope I'm not too frightening. Don't wanna shatter your pretty fragile brain. Got psychological problems. My parents are to blame. Like a red hot, like a bear, like a swan, I'm the Mr.